Sitting here with Hekkie Budler, we did an interview not too long ago actually speaking about that you're ready to return, and you got a fight date March 20 in Secunda against a Tanzanian boxer. How are you feeling about getting this fight over the line?
I'm so happy I'm fighting. I only found out I think last week my opponent's name and stuff, and I was like, oh well, his record. Because when I got the contract I just signed. I didn't look at who I'm fighting or the record, anything. I just signed I was happy I had a fight. That's a blessing.
So, coming back now, how's the body feeling?
Yeah, it's feeling good. I've rested well 2 years more. So I'm feeling good, feeling strong, feeling fit, and feeling ready.
So the fight is around the corner. In terms of how long have you been preparing for this fight?
Jeez, 2 years.
2 years, okay.
Because I've had, I think it's like 4 or 5 fights that came up and fell through, and then COVID, and then another fight, and then another. It's just all, I've been training so much up and down the whole time. So yeah, but I'll be ready. I'm ready.
We were speaking last time about, the last time we were talking about a fight, about you fighting in South Africa. It's okay, so we thought it might not happen, but it's happening again. Are you happy that you get to do it here?
Yeah, big time. I don't know if there's a crowd allowed. That's the only problem, but at least in my country, I'm happy for that. It's the second time I'm going to fight in Secunda. In Graceland, the first time I fought was an amateur, so it's been quite long, so it's going to be nice.
I know, like in terms of travel, international flights is obviously a long way, but in terms of driving travel, it's about like 2 hours away from, Johannesburg. How do you feel about the drive and so forth?
No, it's not that bad. Like I said, I fought there before, it was okay. It's not my normal home where I used to fight, but it's still South Africa. That's the main thing. It's in South Africa that makes me happy.
How do you feel now? You said you took off 2 years, but you would know your body better than anyone else. Compared to where you left off and where you are now, what are the different levels?
I feel stronger, I feel better. I think I've healed a bit. A lot of physical injuries I had, I've healed. My chest isn't closing up as bad. It still does, but not as bad. So I'm feeling better with that. So yeah, I'm feeling good, I'm feeling strong.
With this type of opponents, the public will know he's 11 wins, 2 losses. He's lost to 2 South Africans only. That's Baleni and Steven Nonchinga. So Nonchinga managed to knock him out. Do you look at those results and judge the opponent by new standards?
He lost to 2 very good South African fighters. 2 very top fighters. I have to say both of them are top fighters. International champions, both of them. So he's a good fighter. He'll give me good rounds, give me rounds, and give me a good fight. So that's going to be good.
How do you treat this fight now? Do you just treat it as like it's a world title fight?
Yes, definitely. I treat any fight as a world title fight. You can't knock everybody out. I don't believe I can knock anybody out. I go in there to go the distance. We're fighting a 10-rounder. I go there to win on points. That's what I'm working for. That's what I'm working towards. Whatever happens. I just have to know that I'll be ready for it.
The timing of the fight, did it work out well for you?
I wish it would have been sooner, but it worked out well. I'm at least fighting. It's the only thing I'm happy for. I don't care about the time or how it's happened or anything. I'm just happy that I'm fighting.
Do you think about any next steps, or are you just fully focused on this task?
Just fully focused on this fight. When this one's done, then I'll think of the next one. Like I said, I'm treating this as a world title fight, as a coming out fight again for me, to see where I am at this stage of my career, to see what my goals can be after it.
Do you think, so it's 2 years, do you think there can be any forms of rust in terms of competition, or do you think maybe the sparring that you've had has been adequate to bring you back?
No, I've had hard sparring. If you spar the guys that I've sparred against, you can't say that you get ring rust, but I believe I'll be ring rusty. It's not the same in the ring for fight and in the ring for sparring. So yeah, I think I'll be a bit ring rusty. Hopefully not. Hopefully I'll shake it off quite quick.
You mentioned the opponents. You said he's a tough guy. How much footage have you seen on him?
Well, I've seen the 2 fights that he's fought against the South African guys. So yeah, just 2 fights. That's about it. That's all I've seen.
And what do you think?
No, I think, like I said, he's a good fighter. He's a strong guy. He's only been stopped once. So it's going to be a good fight.
Okay, now the obvious question for me is, you've seen Nonchinga, who's the talk of the town, coming up. He's on the verge of he's got an IBF eliminator. He knocked him out. So is it important for you to do the same thing or not?
No, I've never gone for a knockout. Even if my opponent have knocked out other guys. I've gone 12 rounds with guys that I fought against Crossing Joy, that guys that he's knocked out, I've gone 12 rounds with. And so that doesn't really matter to me. As long as I win, I'm happy.
And do you see any of the local opposition in your near future, or is it just after this guy you're looking abroad again?
I'm definitely looking abroad again. If Nonchinga wins and he's a world champ, yes, maybe then we can fight in the future. But I'm looking at the WBC champ and hopefully the WO champ. I want to win those 2 belts. I haven't won them, and hopefully I can do that.
How many rounds is this fight going to be?
It's a 10-rounder.
10-round fights. I mean, and you're obviously fit enough to go the distance at this stage.
Yeah, most definitely. I train hard. I'm very fit. I'm feeling good and strong.
And how's yourself and Colin working on this fight? Obviously, it's been a while since you guys have done fight training. How are you guys gelling still?
No, brilliantly. Me and Colin's got a very good we've got very good chemistry. We've got a love for each other. And Vusi as well. Vusi pushes you like nobody. You know, people that know him knows he kills you. So yeah, the balance we've had has been brilliant. So it's working out brilliantly.
All right, give us a prediction for this fight. He's a tough guy, but what are you thinking here?
A Hekkie Budler win.
Hekkie Budler win. Some short and sweet like that there, next.
Always.
All right, I'm going to give you the opportunity lastly to say thank you or shout out to anybody.
I just want to say thanks to all my sponsors, Infeld Twins, Big Save, who else is there? M2K, Hotbox Gym, got Nutritech, my new ones, Everlast, thanks for coming abroad. Jaded Ink, come go and get your ink done there. Thank you guys for all the support. Thank you for always doing the great interviews. God bless everybody.